Yes. Our next speaker is Takehiro Matsumoto on the development status of JAXA's new SLR station in Tsukuba.
Okay. Hello everybody. My name is Takehiro Matsumoto from JAXA. First of all, it's a great pleasure to have an opportunity to speak to you today. So in my presentation, I'd like to talk about development status of JAXA's new SLR station in Tsukuba. JAXA started developing a new SLR station in Tsukuba in 2018, and our station is now under the acceptance test. So today I'd like to show you some details of the construction and the development status. So this is a table of contents today. So first, I will introduce some backgrounds and the motivation of our development. And next, I will show you some station design. And then I will show you some development and construction status. And then some preliminary results of laser ranging will be shown. And my presentation will be closed with the short summary. Okay, so let's get started with the background and the motivation of our development. JAXA had operated one SLR station in Tanegashima, which is called GMSL, since 2004. And however, JAXA closed Tanegashima station on 1st April 2021 due to the aging of the station and the repeating system failures. So we could not continue operating this system. And JAXA started developing a new SLR station since 2018 to replace Tanegashima station with a new one, and to introduce the state-of-the-art SLR technology like kilohertz repetition rate and infrared wavelength, or the piggyback system or something. The new SLR station is built in the Tsukuba Space Center. Here, where our office is located. So we can access the Tsukuba station from our office only in the 1 or 2 minutes, whereas it takes more than half a day to get to the Tanegashima station by airplane. So this much better accessibility makes it possible to makes it easier to change the hardware configuration for experiments, and also to investigate the cause of system failures or something. And what is the most important thing is the JAXA staff can enhance our knowledge and the skills of SLR. Okay, the station design. The Tsukuba station is mainly developed by KDK and Toyo in Japan, and DGOS in Germany. And the previous presentation, previous talk presented, the DGOS also developed the ESA's new SLR station in Tenerife. So our station design is based on on it. And our station design is modern and flexible, which follows a standardized concept. And the Tsukuba station has a capability of ranging from LEO to GEO satellite. And there are some key technologies. Our station is in the single photon mode with 1 kHz repetition rate. And we installed 2 lasers with the wavelengths of the 532 nanometers, which is green, for the primary use, and the 1064 nanometers, which is infrared, for the mainly the experimental purpose. And also, our station is a piggyback system where the lasers and the detectors are mounted on the telescope directly to avoid any coup de path. And for the system delay calibration, we mainly use the fiber-based calibration as the ESA station. And for the aircraft detection, we use both radar and the ADS-B. In Japan, there are some airplanes that does not have an ADS-B, so another sensor for aircraft detection is needed. So this is the main specification of our SLR station. The telescope, we use the telescope from the ASA in Austria, whose optical diameter is the 800 millimeters. And as I said, we installed 2 lasers for the green and the infrared. The repetition rate is 1 kHz, and the pulse energy is as shown. So the average power of our station is 0.26 watt for green laser and 0.35 watt for the infrared laser. And our pulse width is less than 10 picosecond for both wavelengths. And of course, we use the 2 detectors for the green and infrared. And as a green detector, we use the C-spot provided by Peso Consulting, which is widely used for the SLR. Yeah, so you can see here there are some packages. The red one is the laser package, and the blue one is the detector package, which is mounted on the telescope directly. Okay, so the development status. This is our schedule of our development. So at the beginning of our project, we planned to start our operation from the April 2021, so around here. However, unfortunately, our construction was suspended for about 1.5 years due to the coronavirus pandemic. So, which I mean, the engineers from the DGOS could not travel to Japan. So finally, we could restart our project from this June, and it was very surprisingly, but our construction was finished only in about 2 months. And now our station is undergoing an acceptance test. So we are generating the mount model and arranging to the satellites, and these data are under analysis. And we plan to start our operation from the next April in 2023. Yeah, so from this slide, I will show you some pictures of the construction. So the left-hand side, you can see the pictures before construction started. So of course, there is nothing. And right-hand side, you can see the foundation, concrete foundation, which was provided by KDK, a Japanese company. And you can see the telescope pillar, and this is the pillar for the GNSS antenna. And this white frame is for radar. And this is a container and dome installation. The container and dome were provided by the Gambato from Italy. And as you can see, our building is small and it's container, so it's not so large. It's a very compact system. And this is the telescope installation. So the telescope was hung by crane like this, and installed into the dome. But the slit size of the dome was a little bit bigger than wider than the size of telescope. So it was very exciting installation. And this is the picture of the laser engine. So our station is already be able to transmit the laser to the sky and track some satellites. Okay, so finally I will show you some preliminary results of laser ranging of our station. But what I will show you is limited to the results of the green laser because some tuning remains for the infrared laser. And our data is now under analysis, so I cannot deep dive into the details of our ranging result today. So this is the result of the ranging to the other side. You can see some figures here, but this is the final O minus C, so after fitting by the curve. And this is the histogram of the final O minus C. As I said, wavelength is the green, and the RMS of the O minus C is the 29.81 millimeters, which is a little bit larger than the other satellites because of the size of the RGSI. This is the result of the largest one. The RMS is the 6.04 millimeters, which is small enough than our required specification. Our required specification is the 20 millimeters for RGSI, as for largest one and 2. And this is the result of the Galileo 222, which is the MEO satellite, and our RMS is the 11.24 millimeters. And this is the COMPASS, which called Beidou, the geo satellite, and the RMS is the 16.97 millimeters, which is also small enough than our required specification. So we required under the less than 100 millimeters for geo satellite. Okay, so this is just the preliminary results. So as I said, the range bias or something is now under analysis. So the further investigation and the further evaluation is needed. Okay. To sum up, the JAXA is developing a new SLR station in TKSC, which is in the Tsukuba, Japan, and the state-of-the-art SLR technology is introduced. And the construction has finished, and the Tsukuba station is undergoing an acceptance test. And our station is already able to track some satellites, including GEO, but fine-tuning remains. And JAXA plans to start the operation of Tsukuba station from April 2023. And finally, I would like to thanks to the IRRS support, especially in particularly Toshi. He is analyzing our data, and the Claudia, thank you for the support for the registration for the IRRS. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Takehiro. Any questions from the audience? Two in the back.
Thank you for that, Takehiro. I wonder how many people, or how are you going to operate this once you have passed all the testing and you are a stable station? How many people will you devote? Hours per day, days per week, and whether you have plans for a future automation?
Sorry, could you repeat your question? Sorry?
Sure. How will you operate the station in terms of how many people will you have operating and doing observations? And also whether you have...
How many people operate this station?
In the future, how many people will you have operating the station? How many, if you can comment on operationally, how many people, hours per day or so, day and night?
Okay.
And whether you have plans for future automation?
Okay. So far, our station has no the function for the automatic operation. So we at present we plan to make the contract to the company that is operating this station, and so at present I think one person operate this station from Monday to Friday about 8 hours per day. But of course, we are interested in the automatic system, fully automation system. So that if it will be realized in the future, then we would like to extend the operation time.
Thank you. I think we had one more, or maybe two.
For the laser safety, are you combining the radar and ADSB, or ADSB is simply on the background?
The combined system. So the either ADSB or radar detect aircraft, then our laser will cut off.
Okay. Second question is, what's the future of Shimisato station if this comes online?
Sorry.
Shimisato, is that going to be still active, or this will preempt its operations?
Sorry, your question is the Shimosato?
Yeah. So will Shimisato continue to operate, or this will replace Shimisato?
The Shimosato is not belong to JAXA, so our institute is JAXA, so Shimosato is belong to the Navy of Japan, so I don't know about the Shimosato plan.
Okay, we do have one question online from Frank. He says, Takehiro-san, do you expect the IR performance for normal points to be superior or about the same as the 532 nanometer wavelength?
Sorry?
So do you expect the IR performance of the normal points to be better than the 532 green, or about the same?
I expect?
Yeah.
So far we don't have a much result of infrared, so I have no clue so far. But through the experience of the DGOS in the Tenerife station, the IR results is the same level of the green. IR result is same level of the green, I heard. Yeah, so I believe and I expect the infrared works well as the green laser.
Okay, so about on par, you'd say, about the same. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.